Hello.
Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Hello.
Good evening to all of our spicy Facebook friends. Welcome back to yet another mystery guest interview. Remember, if you're joining live on Facebook, to please post any comments and ask questions if you have any questions. We love having that interaction with all of you. So just, be a good participant. We love that. So we are excited this evening to introduce our guest. So our guest this evening is a master director. She lives in Packerland, and she just celebrated a very special birthday. So happy belated birthday to our very special guest tonight, Heather Johnston.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
Good to see you tonight, Heather.
You too. Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Yes, we're so glad to have you. Thank you. Thank you. I think the first question we all want to know is, how long have you been a Sweet Adeline? And what brought you there?
Okay. Well, I joined Sweet Adelines in 1986. So I just celebrated 35 years with the organization. And I joined the Harmonicue Chorus, for those that have been around for a while, and in Region 22 in the Milwaukee area. A friend that I worked with knew I liked to sing and was a member of the chorus and invited me to their show. And they were known for doing crazy scripted shows, and they did As the World Tunes, a takeoff on a soap opera. And I came to and was hooked, came to their guest night shortly after, and that next January jumped right in.
Very cool.
Nice, nice. So you're a director right now. When did you make that transition to becoming a director from being a chorus singer?
Well, I'm transitioned initially to an assistant director position with the Harmonicue Chorus, and loved it, loved being an assistant. I was very fortunate to be under directors that allowed me to do a lot with the chorus, did a lot with vocal warm-ups, and often directed performances, and so could do all the fun stuff without any of the work. So I love being an assistant director. And in about 2004, I got a phone call from Sheila Koplitz in the Fox Valley Chorus. And she said, have you ever thought of directing, being a frontline director? And would you come up? Fox Valley was looking for a director. And I thought, oh, I love Fox Valley. I've known them for years and always enjoyed their performances and knew they were, a good group of singers and a lot of fun. But I thought, God, that's an hour and a half away. I don't know. She goes, oh, just come visit. Just come see us. So I went up and visited them one night, and all the way home, I called one of my friends and I said, okay, help me figure out if I can do this. So.
And yes, you can, apparently.
Yep.
Apparently.
Right. So how is the chorus doing now? Are you rehearsing in person, virtually? What's happening there?
We're doing well. We actually just started back at in-person rehearsals a week ago Tuesday. So we've had 2 in-person rehearsals. We're not in our regular rehearsal hall. That hasn't opened up yet to singing groups, but we found another church that has a parish hall that we can use. We don't have risers, but at this point, just flat floor works for a while. So, nice. And this hall has air conditioning, so we don't mind spending the summer without risers.
Good trade-off.
Yeah.
Well, Heather, we know that you have been into quartetting as much as you have been enjoying your chorus activities. So we'd like to hear a little bit about your quartets and maybe share a fun or special moment with us.
Well, sure. I've actually been in, I had to figure this out because it's been a while since I've thought of all of them. I've actually been in a total of 7 quartets. And The first one I was in was shortly after I became a member. I'm thinking it was maybe, I don't remember if it was that next fall or a year after. There was a quartet in the Milwaukee area that was a fun quartet called Snacks. I don't know if anybody remembers them, but this was obviously 30 some years ago. And they wanted to do a song. They were no longer, they didn't have all four parts in the chorus anymore. And they wanted to do a song on the show. And so they pulled myself and another new member in to sing The Boy from Ipanema on their show. So, yeah, so that was my first getting my feet wet in a quartet. And then I was in a couple other quartets for a couple of years that were mostly for fun, and we did compete, but it was just, you know, we didn't have any aspirations of anything. We just enjoyed being together and performing. And then competitively, I was with Outrageous that competed, won several times and competed at international, and Energy that competed at international several times. And now the quartet, I'll get in trouble if I don't mention the one I'm in now, which is a totally fun quartet called the Baritones. And we're the Baritones.
Are you all baritones?
Because we're all baritones, yes.
I love it.
We got together one year to sing a song on a Christmas party. And we were all baritones. And so we picked a Silver Bells. And we have it so that each one of us, we all sing all four parts throughout the song. So we switch parts throughout the song. So that's what got us together. And then of course, oh, we should do one on a show, and let's do another one. And pretty soon we had shirts and all this music. And so we're still just a fun quartet that gets together for shows once in a while, but called the Baritones. And so we kind of pick our music and we all trade parts. So the only one that really hasn't sung anything else is the bass. She's sung the bass in all of our music. The rest of us all trade off, and Short Straw gets the tenor part.
Like the tenor part.
Well, you know, even though it's just for fun, you could still, you know, we'd love to see you on that contest stage at regional, just for fun, right?
Really?
Right.
Just for fun.
Just for
Pick
fun.
2 songs and sing them.
Fun, very fun. Well, I'm going to Facebook. If anyone has any questions for Heather, pop them in there. I don't see any right now, although I do see that MJ says that you kept a good secret.
Oh,
It's from MJ.
Oh, so I'll be watching that Facebook. If you want to ask questions, pop them in there. I'll come back to that.
You also get a happy birthday wish from Kathy Luckin.
Oh, nice.
So Heather, what would be your favorite hobbies? Do you have favorite hobbies or activities outside of barbershop? In your other world, we all have another world.
there's life outside barbershop.
I know.
Well, in the summer, I like to golf and I like to be outside. I love gardening. I don't have a garden myself, so I go to my sister's house and help her with hers. And so like that, but I golf, and there's a group of us that have sung together for years that are in a league together, a golf league
fun.
Together. So, and I think there's only 2 of us that are still actively singing with a chorus, but we have a lot of fun. There's 8 of us in the league. And so we've stayed together through the years by getting together once a week in the summer. So the big hobby in the summer is golf, and I like to read and music, just, you know, all different kinds of music, listening and singing and all that stuff.
So is the garden a vegetable garden at your sister's?
She's mostly flowers.
Oh, flowers. Okay.
Mostly flowers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I love to garden too, so I'd love to hear.
It's always fun to compare notes.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got a couple raised beds that we're not having a whole lot of luck with. We keep trying different things, but She's got a lot of jalapeno peppers this year.
Ooh.
So
Salsa.
we'll see how that goes. And the tomato plants look really good too.
Good.
Nice. I got a question from Facebook.
Yay.
So, Michael Hengelsberg asks, are you still traveling 1.5 hours to direct?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
16 years later.
Wow.
Nice.
Good for you. Respect.
And it really, it's kind of become a running joke. It's not that far. It really isn't. And it's a nice drive because it's a major highway the whole way. And it's well traveled. It's a major trucking route through the Milwaukee area and up into the valley and up towards Green Bay. So there's always traffic on the road. So I never feel like I'm alone in the middle of nowhere at 10 o'clock at night when I'm coming home. And really for the hour and a half or hour and 20 minutes or so to get home, it's a nice way to unwind. And, by the time I get home, I'm ready for bed. So,
right. And I did say Packerland. Are you in fact a Packer fan? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And
yes.
even if you weren't, you'd say yes, right?
Yeah, right.
Are you allowed to be anything else?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's move on to rapid fire favorites. So I'm gonna give a category and you're gonna answer your favorite.
Okay.
Favorite food.
Oh, that's a tough one. I would say probably Mexican. Anything Mexican, like tacos and burritos and fajitas and all that kind of stuff.
Good call. Favorite color.
I would say blue.
Favorite trip. Destination.
One I've been on would be when my sister's husband was in the Navy, and they were stationed in Italy on the island of Sardinia. And my mom and I took a couple weeks and went out there and stayed with them. And so I would say it was when I visited them in Italy.
Absolutely lucky. Wow. Favorite song or group or group?
Oh, that's tough. I really don't have one.
Genre?
I like a variety of music. I listen to really just about anything that's musical.
Something you can sing to?
Right.
All right, favorite movie?
Oh.
Or category or genre movies?
Yeah,
Maybe you don't watch movies.
Well, no, I do watch movies.
Too much gardening and golfing.
I watch a lot of TV. I don't know that I have a favorite. I love the old movies. Even like the old black and whites and some of those
classics.
Yeah, the classics.
Nice. Favorite TV series or show?
Favorite TV show? One of my favorites has been ER, and now they have the reruns on that I can watch over and over and over again. And I watch way too much TV. I'll just tell you that.
Everything's new and different, right?
Right.
All right. Are you a dog or a cat person, or a different animal?
I would actually say both. I have cats mainly because of my lifestyle with being able to leave them. Although they don't need as much attention in the daily walks like a dog does. But we had dogs growing up, when I was not when we were little. My dad didn't care for dogs, but as we were getting older, we had a dog. But right now I have cats.
2 cats?
2 cats. Yep, they're a brother and a sister.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, last favorite chili. No, I'm just kidding. We heard about your chili dump. We just want to know more about your chili dump.
Oh.
You're like, how do I answer favorite chili?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's crazy how it works. You just kind of put everything together in a pot, all different, doesn't matter, you don't need a specific recipe. You just put various things, tomatoes and beef and all that stuff into to a
Mix
pot
and match, huh?
Yeah.
So your chorus has done a chili dump though, where people bring their own chili, correct?
Maybe we got misinformation.
Yeah, no, I don't think we haven't done a chili dump.
Oh,
Not
I
the
have the
chorus
wrong
hasn't.
person.
I don't think so.
Well, then we should. You should.
Yeah,
We should.
there's a new idea.
I'm
Whoever
gonna
does
write
it.
that down. Chili dump.
Seriously, that sounds like a thing you would do in Wisconsin.
I know. we do a pie social. Our big thing is a sweetie pie social. Every February we started that quite a few years ago. And we all bring pies. Everybody gets a slice of pie with their in the price of the ticket. Oh, nice. You can buy whole pies. We auction pies, and
that's nice.
That sounds delicious.
That sounds great too. And you know, you can have pie and chili. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah. Well, Heather, before we close, we need to ask you for a little spice advice. What can you offer us?
Oh, I think this is probably nothing new, but to really just find joy in everything you do. You know, you work hard and you have goals and things, but to always find the joy in everything you do.
Well, that's a great thought.
Life's too short to do anything that doesn't bring you joy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Heather, it's been just great visiting with you this evening and with all of our Facebook friends as well. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget to mark your calendars for July 15th, when we will be revealing our next spiced mystery guest. We'll see you all then. And please don't forget, always live life with a little spice. Good night.
Good night,
everyone.
Thank you.